Yo, what's good? It's the Kid President King Full, back on the Culture Podcast on Hustle Firm Radio. I'm here with my good man, my brother, Bossman. Bossman, what's good, bro?
What's good? How you feeling, President?
Great, man.
How you feeling, King?
Welcome, man. So what's up, man? How you been?
Electric, man. Happy to be alive, happy to be living, happy to be living out my dreams and passion, you know?
Yeah, man. Yo, you a pioneer, bro. Like, you done so much, and even the 2023, I know the year 23 mean a lot to you.
Yes, sir.
So
23.
What's the year 23? What does it mean to you?
It's the whole 23 thing. Like, I was born on 11/23. That's when I rock this. It's funny, people be thinking that it's a basketball number, something. It's just like a special thing. It was a gift that I think I had. I don't know. I mean, people are into like things like that in numbers, but I'm very in tune with that. And the day that I was born, when I look up and look into it, we're able to predict things and see things before it's happening and coming and just feel energy. It's like a real fact. You can look it up if you Google 11/23. And they just say as long as we got to work with the goodness and the angels of the universe. So I felt like in my heart and my gut that 2023 was going to be a special year for me. And it's been working out that way.
So when did you move to LA? Was it this 2023 or 2022?
It was August. So it was 22.
22?
Yep.
How is that working out?
It's a good transition. I think as an artist, I always loved LA. When I had my record deals in the past, I would spend a lot of time out there. Never took the jump, the leap of faith and move. My sister moved out there, so I always had one foot planted out there. And she was telling me there's a place I need to be at. Like, she would say, like, you kind of outgrown Baltimore. Just come explore your talents and give your spirit
Facts
to something new.
Facts.
So she was begging me to do that. I was supposed to do it before COVID. Obviously, they shut the world down, so I didn't do it then. So I just made it a priority to make sure I took that leap of faith and did it. So to answer your question, it's just been new energy. I best say it's been positive. It's just been new. I like, this is my first year getting there, and then I've been back and forth coming back to my hometown because Baltimore, as soon as I left, was getting so much things happen, like Baltimore Club Day, this whole Baltimore club scene that's took a vibe. I was a part of that coming back.
What you mean? Like you was a part of what? Like,
I'm actually, for a fact, the first rapper to rap to Baltimore club music. So, it was more like chants and stuff. Like, shout out my guy Rod Lee, shout out K Swift, shout out Pork Chop, people that was doing it. But if you listen to what they was doing with it, it was a little more chant, like party music. My guy Black Star, we had a record called Face Down, Ass Up. A lot of people might not know I was in a group called NEK. But that was
NEK?
Yeah, NEK, Northeast Kings. And we birthed that sound like the rap to it. Nobody thought you could rap the club music like a structured rap song. 16 bars hook, not just some chants. So seeing that elevate, then shout out to DJ Class, he took it to another level where I'm the ish. And he was a DJ, he was always part of it and made a song format. And I just feel in hip hop, in order to birth where you're from to tell your story, you have to tap real deep into your culture. So I'm so glad that Baltimore is getting the shine, even though they're trying to put it with Philly or Jersey. But at least they're giving us some recognition for our music.
So who you think started that shit? Was y'all or was it Philly or Jersey?
I know for a fact we started. It's not even an argument.
It's an argument. Everyone thinks Lil Uzi is the first artist to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out, because we're going to talk. So shout out DJ Crazy, but it's a Blueface record with the dude. I forgot, but that Blueface record, because it's not his record. It's the dude that DJ Crazy produced. And if you listen to it, be like, Get Money. And they saying it's actually, I will say they was inspired and borrowed my Get Money cadence. This is a real fact.
Really?
Yes. Just like this Drake just stole Rah Rah.
Right.
She was signed to, she was working with Black Star. Like, he's a pioneer of the Baltimore club scene. They used to be his artist back in the day. And they still on our wave. Because we are small on the map. Baltimore is so small, so it's easy to take our shit.
How you feel about that? How you feel about it? You think they're paying homage or they're just stealing our shit?
No, I'm salty about it. Shout out Sean Caesar, who was a pioneer Unruly Records. I tell him all the time that I'm sick of them stealing our shit.
And what you gonna do about it? Because people
I'm a boss up. Like, what I'm gonna do is what I could do. Like, when I was young as a kid, when I first got into hip hop, this is like a personal goal. I was like, I'm gonna be the hardest rapper from Baltimore and put the city on. So when I was coming out saying I was Charm City's king, a lot of rappers took offended to that. But that was like a goal of mine. You know how you say you manifest things and write it down? It was like something I was just sticking to. So it's funny how God works. I've had record deals, had some success, but I never hit like my pinnacle or hit things like I just got.
Now, I want to know why, but before I lose that thought, back then you and Wale had a little differences, right?
Yes.
And I don't think we want to know or understand. Like, yo, give me the history. You know what? I know you for so long. You never like say, yo, Prez, this is what happened. What happened between you and Wale?
So look, this is funny because I later found out probably 2 years ago what it really stemmed from, because me and Wale yet to have that conversation. We've seen each other. I seen him like in New York about like 5 years ago. We just ain't.
And nobody swung?
No, we didn't. Because I mean, with no disrespect, Wale was a fan.
A fan of your music?
Yes.
Oh, he said, really? Yes.
So this is what I didn't know. It stemmed from his aggravation. This when I found out later. So shout out DJ Alizé from DC. When I was on my run, Alizé was supporting me a lot. So my guy Neezy that was producing me for One Up Entertainment, him and Alizé was cool. We're in the studio one day, and he doesn't tell me like who the artist was, and he just plays some music. You know what I'm saying? We all artists at the end of the day. You chilling, drinking, and he was like, "Yo, what you think about the song? They want you to do a verse." And I was like, "This shit whack. I don't like it."
And that was a Wale record?
Yes.
Oh.
So, but you gotta understand, it wasn't presented. We was young. It wasn't presented as like, yo, this Zay artist, he wants you to do it. Because if Zay just asked me to do it, I'd have did it off the strength.
And keep it 100. Young, you're ignorant at that age. You just
yes. You young. You just saying shit out your mouth. I mean, you know, rappers, we argue. You catch me in my zone at my own session too, though.
Right.
Stop at my session.
Right. And you artist,
just play me some shit.
Right.
I drove all the way up to DC. I'm trying to work, and you play me what I think. And at the time, I thought it was whack, and I didn't do the record. So if you get that phone call that you hear him wilding out 92 Cube, it's like when he was up on top, he ain't pour nobody down, look out for him, blase. Because I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because really, Chop and him called me and wanted me to get on the phone that night. They called me while they had him on there. And I was like, yeah, I talked to him. He hung up once I was supposed to get on the phone. But I heard it. And it's like why I even did what I did, so we speeded up. We had a show in Baltimore. I forgot the owner name, but he used to run the club's Dream Promoting. So he was like, I want to do, me and Wale had a show in Baltimore. He was like, I want to run this back in DC at my club because it's big, see in Baltimore, all us work together. I was like, all right, cool, bet, let's do it. He was like, all right, some camera people wanted to interview us. So we both booked for the show. Wale is hotter than me at this time, but it's still my home city. So he's the headliner, but they put me on before him. So this is what happened behind the stage. They want to go interview us. I'm like, yo, they want to go interview us. He in the section. He was like, all right, I got you. Go back.
Wait, Wale?
Yeah, he was like, I got you. Go back, get the cameraman. We go back up to the section because the security don't know me and didn't know what it is. I'm like, yo, we about to do this interview on Bossman, which called playing. So Wale is really like where you at. This is a true story. After he told me we going to do the interview, right? So I come from my section, go do this before the show start. His security all now, we ain't letting him go through it. And me and him both just talked to the owner. I think it was Dream Nightclub in the same clubs. This is all happened. So 10 minutes later, he don't know nothing. So I'm tapping him through a security guard. I was like, yo, tell him that we good. This nigga gets on his phone and just text him with his head down. So I'm like, yo. So that's like me playing you like that. Right. So whatever he must have had, because he think I dissed him about his fucking song, he just geeking. Like it was some bullshit. So it ain't really was no street shit. So I was like, damn. We go do the show, I rock. I didn't diss him or nothing on that. He end up, his mic gets cut off on his performance. His mic go out. He can't rap and do a show. So I'm Bossman from Baltimore. This is my city. The promoters, I know the promoters that booked them because they booked us. When they leave and going to the hotel, they give me a whole scoop. They like, fuck Baltimore, fuck me, fuck all this shit. Ain't nobody record the conversation, but they call me and tell me all this shit. This is facts.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, so it's just some hip-hop shit. So I schooled him. I spanked him a little bit. It was like, it ain't got to be no street shit. I'm going to just handle it with some rap shit. We rappers, right?
So you took the first shot, pretty much.
Yes. But it didn't come from no hate, though. That's what people know. This is a true story. Like, I mean, I feel insulted. You come to my city. You definitely just dragged on me and bitched me when not doing the interview. Right. I'm going to let that slide a little bit. But then on top of that, you did it on purpose because these people that told me, the promoters don't know that he did that. Right. They think we just did a show. Right. So if they can call me 3 o'clock in the morning and tell me he said all this shit, that mean when I'm tapping him, yo, this dude's interview, he was doing some sucker shit on purpose. So that's what happened.
Okay. And how long did that rap beef last for?
I was about to say, but like, what a good 3-4 months until he called the radio and cried. I don't think he ever responded.
You said he called a record station?
Yeah, you can Google it. He calls 92Q and he was wilding and crying.
So what you mean? Wait. What you mean, like literally crying, or just saying like,
no,
yo,
I don't mean, but literally.
What was he saying? Because I mean, I ain't hear the conversation.
Well, people can go look it up and do it. This is real hip hop facts. Hip hop is 50, so we just doing hip hop, yo.
Hip hop facts.
Before I say this is a black man and we winning, this is no beef between Wale. It's not even no real issue, but on some hip hop beef, this is what happened. So you can look it up. He calls 92Q. He wants to get on the phone and say, y'all perpetuating the beef. Y'all doing all this crazy stuff. Like, it did get to a point where, you know, the streets was, they was like, yo, let's pop up at a show in Baltimore. He did it. And I told my homies, I was like, I'm not doing that. Because I said, I'm going to tell you why. If we got an altercation, if I was in D.C. and he showed us my show, I'm thinking it's pure smoke.
Right.
Why are you here?
Right.
Like, we keep it on the mic and the confrontation. That's one thing we saying shit. But if you show up somewhere and I'm at,
real smoke,
I feel like my life is threatened.
Right.
So shit gonna get handled way out of line. So I was telling my homie, I was like, I ain't doing that. It ain't that fucking serious. What the fuck I'm gonna pull up to that guy's show in my city? You know how aggressive that's gonna look?
Yeah.
So it's got to be up from there. So it was like, it never got to that point. Like I said, I seen him in Quad Studios. We just don't speak. It was so funny because I was at a club in DC after that shit, and the DJ played both our records back to back and shit, and then Wale was in there and shit. But it's just all fun and love.
How you feel about him right now?
Artist as a fan, I think his poetry songs, like his female records, like incredible.
Okay,
I would definitely give him credit with that. Like I think he writes that like poetry skill level is incredible. And then honestly, he put DC on. He's winning, so I think he's in a good spot. I mean,
Hip Hop 50.
Yeah.
Who won the battle between you and Wale? So hip hop shit. Do
we need to? I mean, if we just talking about raps, I mean,
this rap, Hip Hop 50, really, for the history. I
don't think Wale can rap better than me. I don't think he can rap better than me. He might can do something else as an artist and make better songs. Like I would say, this is like when we just being fans. It's the same reason why I know Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah, Jay-Z
verse for verse can rap better.
Jay-Z said
he was a fan, like he said it.
Yeah, he said it.
He said the Joneses can't keep up, except for my nigga Nas. I got stronger at the ether.
Yeah,
I think when we just take our ego aside and we fans of hip hop, you know what was better.
Would you do a record with Wale right now?
Of course.
Okay. But yeah, so you know what's funny though? Both y'all from Maryland. You're not from Maryland. You gonna see from Baltimore? I
mean, Baltimore, Maryland. Shit. I don't get caught up in that shit, man. Like,
how you feel about that? Because everybody's from Baltimore, but let's be honest though. You go to Baltimore, the energy, everything in Baltimore, it feels like a whole different state.
Well, I'm definitely pissed off that we don't get recognized as DMV. I stand on that.
But you know why though?
Why? Because demographically,
the train. They use a train, the Metropolitan. That's what they utilize. They use a train system to say the train go from like the Metro State go from DC, Maryland, Virginia, and doesn't go to Baltimore. So Baltimore don't consider the DMV. That's what they're saying. I mean, I'm against it. I'm against the whole like dividing between like Baltimore, VA, DC. I think we're all one. That's just my take on it. But I know as far as a culture, we've been around this shit.
Go listen to The Gift too. I said something about all that shit.
Word?
Yeah. And I'm definitely pissed off. Y'all, come on, DC. We right down the street. The street niggas click and know shit. We know that it's all love. We connect. You gotta fuck with us and being right there. Just gotta claim it for the. It's the same reason if we speaking out to keep bringing this guy's name up. But y'all was trying to pull Wale card to say he's technically not from DC when he was repping DC. I mean, come on, what? Because he was from PG County. But that is kind of that's like an Essex person from Baltimore saying. If he can't say, I mean, he can say he's from Essex, but it wouldn't make sense for what we putting out as art. He's going to say he's from Baltimore. Right. But if we go technically where your taxes and shit at, he's from Essex. But like, he's from Baltimore. That shit is like 15 minutes outside the city.
Nah, facts. Nah, that's facts. That's
like,
facts.
so I don't, fuck all that shit.
So you with the whole DMV, you consider yourself a DMV?
Yeah, I got a lot of love in DC. When I had my run, they always showed me love. And honestly, the labels ain't even start calling me for deals until my records was playing in DC.
When they this whole deal thing, how did your deal happen?
Complete independent grind.
What you mean by that? Like you go putting out shit, like hitting the streets, doing your own thing,
So,
your own
so
team?
we did this is like 2003. Around that time, there was the Master P format. You know, you had to lock down your hometown, sell records
out the trunk.
Most
young niggas don't understand when I say out the trunk. They don't know what that means.
Yeah, you had to hand and convince people to buy your shit, and then set up shop. And then if you got that fire, they could start to come find you. You can Google it. It was in the paper.
Facts.
When we used to set up at the DMV, shout out my guy Mark Witten and my guy Doc. They were set up in the DMV. We had 2 Tinted Crown Vics.
Word?
Popping, yeah. That was like our promo cards back then. And you can get it from East Side or you get it West Side. We were selling $2 mixtapes. That was my first mixtape. It was $2. Then once I knew I was getting a fan base, I knew I could sell it more. So we went to $5. Then after we setting that up, I'm getting songs on the radio. They playing it in the club. We drop an album. I sell over 10,000 records for $10. So it's just like a hustle. Once you knew the people would buy your art, you can just keep selling it. And them days was fun because you knew somebody really liked it.
Right.
It wasn't no
cool
hype.
fans.
Like you wasn't buying it because I had on designer clothes or I was for you was buying it because it was like this shit is fire.
That's how I heard about you.
Videos.
That's how I heard about videos. That's how I heard about. That's how I met you. Remember, I met you by approaching you, by saluting you. You remember that in College Park? Real shit. That's how I learned about you from like out of the trunk shit. But I saw you pull a card where you was like, you wasn't releasing your music on like major platforms. You asking fans to go to your website.
Yes.
So is that the same like strategy, recipe you was utilizing to put your music out?
Yeah, because to be honest, to be honest, to be honest, as an artist, being humble, when this transition started, especially me coming from having 2 record deals, they ain't work out the way I wanted, and kind of got frustrated when we went to this whole internet part of music. And it's just to be honest, it allowed you to be too fake to me about the art.
The internet?
Something to it. Yeah, and I had to learn. But that's what I had to learn. You know, how anything new, sometimes you get frustrated and mad at it because, I mean, that just happens with growth. So then when I started analyzing, I was like, okay, well, you can use it to your advantage because if you do your analytics, you can find out who's liking your music. You don't got to chase this. So you can find out these groups
further reach
like
too.
What you're doing. You could do your research and further reach. Like you could be in a whole nother country. And I had to take that approach. But then I was just like, now I'm learning. I was like, by the time I'm real independent. Like it's my money that I spend on everything I do. So it's like, that's from the stylists. That's from the people who had to shoot it. That's from the mastering, mixing. So it was like, by the time I done paid all this to put out a record and I get some streams, so I get 50,000 streams, that shit don't even nowhere close to recoup.
But what about the reach though? The reach is what's important.
The reach is what's important, but look at it like this. I still gotta go travel to get to that reach.
Not necessarily.
Oh, now can you do shows online?
Ads.
Oh no, ads. No, I'm talking about, so how do we make money if you're independent, you make it off your shows. So I'm talking about streams don't pay you shit.
The ads though, merch. Cause I even see you you heavy in a merch too.
Yep. So I'm doing all that. So I like to take it, that's bringing it. What I'm launching is my own app. I'm gonna do it on my birthday, 11/23. Is that you can get, if you want my whole album, you could get it. Things I'm gonna put out on these streaming platforms, I ain't gonna give them the whole recipe because they, you know, you can start getting too much money, they start blocking you. I will release some things on these streaming platforms because it's like the radio, it's like the club. Let me give them something.
Right.
Is used to going. But for me to survive, I need you to buy the art from the artist. So it's like, if you come to my app, the money is coming to me. So that lets me grow if you support it. Shout out to LaRussell, he's doing a version of that. I think Nipsey first birthed it to me when he did the $100 album.
You know who did that shit crazy too? Ryan Leslie.
Yes. Me and Ron Lee were just talking about him earlier.
That shit's crazy, bro. The way he did collect those contact and shit, and sell his own shit. And that shit was crazy to me.
That's the thing we got to get on because think about it. At the end of the day, if you really about this life, like as an artist or you're a creator, you do create for money because we need money, but you will create. Like I know for a fact, I can say this because I've been through, I actually really sold drugs to do music.
Okay.
Not to be the fly nigga.
That's the culture of hip-hop.
I really, there's a culture of hip-hop, and I'm just really trying to tell you this. Some people do it because they trying to really stack money and invest in other things. It was a I would say, an immature act as me getting older. But I really did it so I could create my art. After I lost them, I still needed to live after the labels advanced me money, I still needed to live that thing to go to my studios and book my own sessions. I was so needed that for my own soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, the only thing I was like, I'm fucking up on. It's like, if I'm willing to risk my freedom and risk my life, why I'm not hustling myself though? Okay. So that's what the app comes out. I might as well just hustle myself.
When you dropping the app?
11/23/2023.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just said
birthday.
that. So can you give us more information about the application, or you gonna wait till it drop? But what's the detail? You get your whole shit, but like what's the whole like thing with the app? Why is it important to get the app? Just to get the merch and the exclusive records?
No, it's bigger than that.
All right,
yeah, exclusive records. Hey, first of all, you can get the whole catalog. One of the things that birthed my career was a Law and Order album. I never released it. It's not on no streaming sites. I get acts every day where it's at, where I get it because people sick of listening to it on the CD. So any mixtape or any work of art that I had, if you're a Bossman fan, it will be available on Follow the God app. I was about to say followthegod.com, but it'll be on the app. That's the name of the app. It'll be available Android. Any way we do it, it's going to be an official app. I will have behind the scenes footage, extra content that you don't get. Like I said, albums before they come out on Spotify, you'll get it definitely fans experiences, because I love what we can do now. Like you say, you can go kick it with your fans and bring them out through your own show and stream. So it's just going to be like you getting Bossman pure, no cut, or what I would want to do as an artist. So it's like, if you love my music, you love things I do, this is the place to really support me where I live at. Like I said, I will play Spotify and all these other stream things. I would treat that like my radio. Like I would release music for them to bring them back to my world. Because I think that's what's going to keep me alive. That's going to keep me be able to make music. So it's going to be a fun act. And I'm also will be giving away like free merch, contests where you can win money. So it's an investment that's going to make you win. And just like a whole hip-hop experience. The ball is in the artist's court. Like once LeBron James started taking over the NBA and making them trade players what he wanted to do, that's what we got to do back for our art.
Facts. No, it's facts. That's facts. Did you say you had 2 deals?
Yeah.
Who and what those deals were? I know what the deal was. MySpace and Jermaine Dupri, right? Yeah,
Jermaine Dupri. So Jermaine Dupri thing, a lot of people get it misconstrued with So Def. He was running Virgin Records that time when he was dating Janet Jackson. Mm-hmm. She's like the Virgin's. She basically owned Virgin. She's like the biggest artist they ever had in life. So she brought her hubby in there to take control. It cut a check. You know what I'm saying? That's black excellence. At that time, he took like into what we was doing, signed me. I didn't sign to So Def because we had we was independent. Shout out to One Entertainment. That's the production company I was with, that was partnered with. We did that whole thing. It didn't manifest. No albums came out, a couple singles. Got out the deal clear because JD fucked with me as an artist. So I ain't get the Joe Buttons type move. I was able to get smooth out my shit.
What you mean, the Joe Button?
No, not to knock Joe Buttons, but you remember they held Joe Button shit up at Def Jam? Remember that shit happened?
Sure, but yeah. That was a Jay-Z
that
shit.
Should be happening to motherfuckers.
That was a Jay-Z move, I heard.
I mean, he must have pissed Hov off.
Yeah, that's what they said. They say he pissed Hov off in Hov show.
It's possible. But so I was blessed to get out of that. JD really told me he was taking me to Def Jam with him, but didn't do it. I was kind of pissed at that. I sent him a attitude text. But when we see each other's love, I done been in Atlanta a couple times just in the middle of the night, and I was able to pull up to the studio, seen him in Miami a few times.
Oh yeah, so some family shit.
I mean, I wouldn't say his family because I'm not gonna sit up here and cap, but I've never been his presence, and it was pushed off and sunned. I was always able to get to him. I got some plans now because he loved that Baltimore club music sound. Like that's why he jumped on Class Remix for free. Him and Trey Songz, they love that shit. Mm-hmm. So I got to meet Trey Songz a couple times. We used to vibe. They loved our Baltimore sound culture. So it wasn't no surprise to me to see him hop on that I'm the Ish shit. They just hop on that shit for free.
A word?
Yeah, like I was on when I had them. So they go to the second deal with MySpace Interscope. A lot of people don't know MySpace had a label with Interscope. Once they seen like Soulja Boy getting popping, they tried to do all that shit, start a label. They didn't know what the hell they was doing over there though. They was just trying to do it because the internet was birthing artists off of MySpace. It was me, Christina Milian, and Jeremy Green. He was a white R&B artist that was signed with Puffy. You might have heard him, but I know y'all heard of Christina Milian.
Yeah, everybody, yeah, definitely.
We was the only 3 artists over there. Once Twitter popped, they shut that shit down, so I was able to get clean smack out of that deal as well. I was saying that because DJ Class, when he had Down Ish record, he took me on tour with him. He produced a record for me. We did like 5 locations in LA. Mm-hmm. And I overslept the day he met Kanye.
What?
I didn't know he was gonna meet Kanye.
I about to ask yo.
If I knew he was gonna do that, I wouldn't have overslept.
Yo.
So the independent grind, we popping. My manager at the time was my homeboy. To me, I could say this. I would say he was on some fuck shit because I'm moving around. He was supposed to make sure I was covered. That's why it's not always good to have your friends manage you, because sometimes when your homeboys
never
doing fuck shit, doing homeboy cars at a critical time. I done did 6 shows with DJ Class. LMFO was over there. We doing House of Blues. So this one part in LA, I don't know where it was at, but it was like an hour and a half outside of LA. We drive and do that show. There's a bunch of like a Mexican spot. Some Spanish people was there. We do the show. We lit. So I got to drive back. So and then it was like, yo, so we going up to this, it was a radio station, Power, whatever that shit, conference tomorrow. Pull up, you can come with us. Mm-hmm. I overslept. Find out how you meet Ye is that Caesar was asking him, because that's Sean Caesar was Class manager, was like, yo, my artist want to take a picture with you. He was like, all right, what's his name? And he was like, DJ Class and Son the Record. Kanye was hyped as shit and was like, oh, that's bro. That's what you call, got his number. And was just like, yo, come produce some records for me. I like that sound, and go do all this shit. You'll see it on, if you like, shout out, look at the More Hype DVD. You'll see that. Y'all do your research. This is a true story. And he was like, I'll jump on the record for free. I just want to exchange for you to do some beats for me.
That's crazy.
So you seen,
that's crazy.
Class ain't even had to pay for that shit. On the low, he was over there with him on the other country for the dark, deep fantasy shit. The dark fantasy.
Yeah.
Because Kanye had a retreat over there because he was like, he met Swiss and all them shits. He was like, yo, I ain't stay, because he was like, Kanye wasn't paying unless your shit get accepted. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's real high budgets. Yeah. But his stay was over there, free food, everything, just to create. But he said, yo, I was getting 15 to 20,000 a show though. Whew. So like you touring, I'm with Kanye, meet Swiss. They 1 hour sound, but I keep getting called back to the States to do this shit. He was like, that's what fucked up the disconnect from that. But so I mean, they want the Baltimore sauce. They want.
Yeah. So why you think you ain't reach? I mean, I don't even where you want to reach right now. It's obvious you got a passion for this shit. It's obvious you want to end this shit because you love this shit. You know, well, why you think you haven't reached that Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Level of success when it comes to the music business. Because in Baltimore, they gave you your own street name. You just threw the first pitch.
Yeah, shout out to the Orioles. We got to fix this up on this. Hey, I hope we can at least get out the first round. Please, come on, y'all. Just landed let's rock off.
Hey, this nigga love Baltimore, man. Every time if it's something about this nigga, that's all he talk about is Baltimore. You love Baltimore, bro.
I love my city because it's so dope. But I feel like we the underdogs that ain't get like the shot. So when you say I'm not gonna put my failures or underachievements on somebody else.
You feel like you fail?
No, I used to, because I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, you're a pioneer though.
I know.
I think you cross some niggas who walk. It can be, you know, and from what I know, you don't live a bad life. You know, even just the DMV as a whole, like we now seeing a few people actually like, you know, like taking off and being like more mainstream, like nationwide and internationally. But a decade ago, you barely, except for them VA cats, like the whole like Timberland and right. Genuine from around here too. But he had to go to VA to get that shine.
Right. So
to what I was about to say. It's unfortunate you're a sacrifice.
Exactly.
No.
And at first, I'll tell you, it was so frustrating. Because I was about that when you asked the question, it was like why I didn't get it, but I didn't want to seem like a sore loser and blame it on that. That's what I'm about to say. Well, why I asked you this question? At first, I thought it was something I did wrong, so I realized nobody popped. Los, shout out to Los, had a deal, it didn't work. Comp had a deal before me, didn't work. Take Cobain had it didn't work. 80 Dimes had it. I'm looking at Shorty, he doing this shit, but it ain't all the way working. I know.
Even Test, love Test. Test been on with Future for a long time.
Yeah, love. But he's winning.
He's moving now. I saw he's moving. But
because me and how long? LA, I like what he's doing.
I love what he's doing.
That independent hustle.
I love what he's doing.
It's like he's over in a whole nother country.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tess. He doing it. And it's the resources. There's no lack of business. Like what I tell people, Kevin Lyles, I come to him because I shot them out. Like shout out Tony Austin and Kevin Lyles, but a lot of people don't know. Before I was even Bossman, Tony managed me when I was 14 years old. Ended up firing him because some music didn't work out. He had an opportunity. I should have been at Def Jam. When I'm shopping, this is after I sold records. I got stats though. Mm-hmm. I sold 10,000 records in my city. I'm on fire. We go take the meeting up there. At that time, One Up Production was already working with Cisco. My manager was tied into that. So we had from Unleash the Dragon, they did the intro to the song with Beanie Siegel and a couple other joints. So we had the end at Def Jam. Tina Davis hears it. Said, well, I'm really not from Baltimore, so let me bring somebody that's from Baltimore. So Tony Austin was the A&R over there. And he blocked the deal.
What?
Yeah, like
how you know he blocked the deal?
Because my man came back. I was at New York. I went and got something to eat because this was back then where you don't want to take the first meeting as the artist because if they don't really like the shit, they want to be able to be free and talk. Mm. He said, yo, you know somebody named Tony? I was like, yeah, he used to be my old manager. He was like, well, he just fucked your deal up at Def Jam. I was like, what? He was like, because Tina was like, I don't really know too much about Baltimore, so let me bring somebody in to listen to the records that's from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Brings him in, and he said he ain't feeling it. He don't believe in it, which is crazy because, like I say, you signed me when I was 14 to your management thing, right?
Right.
You can't be from Baltimore and think I wasn't rocking at that time. It's like kind of impossible.
Is it bad blood? Y'all have some differences?
No. And besides me not wanting to do business with no more, and I left him with some producers that was producing me, and they worked. Their plan, I didn't feel the energy and want to work with it. Right. It was no bad blood at that time. We just went our separate ways. And I left him with people that he met through me.
You ever got a chance to talk about it? You never.
Yeah, so this brings back. So me and Tony tried to do business again before COVID. We let him manage me and it didn't work out. And again, I'm not sitting here shitting on people, but people need to know histories while you saying things ain't working. So this leads me to we shopping. People calling Columbia Records, Universal Records. Mm-hmm. And then I tried to go to Warner Brothers where Kevin was there. Mm-hmm. Go meet Kevin face to face. He don't take, because I had that off the record song. It wasn't like a catchy song, 5-minute song, speaking some real shit. Tupac, he was like, yo, I don't see it. Don't get discouraged, because I didn't understand why Leo wanted to sign Jay-Z. I passed up on DMX and Game. So I'm looking at this nigga like, fuck. He told me Gravy was about to be the new big shit. Only thing he was right, and he said, and then Dipset. He said he just signed Gravy. And Dipset was, so he was right about Dipset, but anything else he's wrong was like, no disrespect, but Gravy was a fucking flop. Like, that wasn't that. And I was so discouraged. I'm young then. Like, I'm like 20. I'm like, how the fuck the niggas from my city? I got I'm not even coming here asking for a favor.
Yeah, you already moved on the
streets. 4 other labels calling me.
Right.
But this could be a Baltimore thing. You know what I'm saying? You will want to pop your shit because y'all gonna know how I talk. We gonna know the same lingo. When we start kicking it, we gonna know each other vibes. We know how to tell the stories. Right. The access that y'all know, somebody gonna know something. We could sell this shit to the world and pass up on it. So if you ask me, now I signed Jermaine Dupri. He from Atlanta. When he leaves his office, he's worried about Atlanta, bro. No, as a real person. Just like you said, I love Baltimore. Like after he like, all right, my shit hot, it's cool. But it was like, besides, because I signed him, what do I really got to fuck with Bossman for?
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing else extra. So when these artists get signed, we don't got nobody fighting for us behind them doors. It's just us.
You know, that's the difference between our city and like the Houston or Texas and like Atlanta or even New York or LA. Like them niggas really pro like their city.
Right. That's my right. Welcome to like they rocking. I had
it could be the lamest nigga. They don't give a shit. They represent him because he's from our turf. We gonna rock with him. We gonna support him. We gonna put him on our platform. We gonna make sure he get out to the world.
And if I was whack or wasn't hot and I was just like, oh, yo, can y'all do me a favor? No, I really just sold all the records myself.
Right.
So if I could do this by myself, like I break barriers of 3 consecutive records, then I got a record that's shocking shit off the records. 5 minutes, busting through radio in Philadelphia, Virginia, DC, and Baltimore. Imagine with them behind it.
Right. So you think that's what you was missing?
That's what the whole city missing. Why you think ain't nobody pop from that motherfucker?
The support?
It's no business structure of the next level. We can have all the talent in the art, but the artists ain't the motherfucking hustlers and press all the buttons in the marketing and shit.
You think it's a black ball? What you think it's a black ball? Black cloud, dark cloud? What the fuck is it though? Because
it might be a dark cloud. I did hear our city was cursed and haunted before on some real shit. You laughing, but
it's too many ghosts.
I heard that shit.
Too many ghosts. Even speaking of like ghosts, like what the fuck is going on with Baltimore as far like outside of music, the street shit? Like, what's up with Baltimore, bro?
I mean, it's street shit everywhere.
But Baltimore is different though.
No, it's definitely different. Like you can't even argue. Like you don't argue. It's even.
How you survive that shit? What's your cheat code? You know, you've been through so many like phases of this shit. Like, you know, like we said, you're a pioneer to this shit, right? And you survive. You know, God bless you, bro. You're still here. And like you said, you sell drugs, you was on the streets, music, and you survive.
Yeah, like and the real shit. Like a lot of things wasn't happening to me. I think the only thing that when I was out, the dude Skinny Suge tried to play with me one time with some hate and shit, and that got checked. But I really didn't really have. People was talking, but I never really had no real issues coming out. And to me, I would say it's staying true to myself. Like, sometimes I think, especially when you get into this artist world, this fame, motherfuckers be getting out of line a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, then you gotta know you're a target when you're an artist. Like, I can't get into a regular argument because the nigga just, if you arguing with Bossman and I shitted on you, they want to do something to me now because I'm winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think artists will have to be aware of that. Like it ain't that much love because you're doing something that motherfuckers can't. It's a fucking hole in Baltimore. Ain't too much success there.
Facts.
So it's like if you got any kind of light, you really got to watch how you moving, watch the people you keep around you, and then watch your level of getting out of your lane. The best way I could say it was like, yo, if I know I got shit to lose, I can't argue with you the same way another nigga. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm an artist and you say, quote unquote, you bitch me, you said some shit out of line. Like if I react, like Jay-Z said, you shoot me, you famous, I shoot you, I'm brainless. What's a nigga to do?
Facts.
So I think a lot of these kids coming up in the streets and forgetting that they get into the rap game. Like I used to always tell people, especially when we came up, when it was artists, I don't think you can be an artist and a gangster. Like we look at somebody like Snoop that was a Crip, but he was an artist. He wasn't, once he chose to be an artist, he probably wasn't really gangbanging that hard no more. He was probably repping it, but he probably really wasn't outside.
Right.
So it's this new stigma now. You fake if you rapping about something that ain't outside. I think you fake if you just line up making up. Like if J. Cole all of a sudden just start saying he was a gang, that's fake.
Right.
But if you come from some shit, you can tell that story and not be really living it. I think they really think when they still supposed to live it and rap it. Right. I don't think you're supposed to.
Right.
Once you choose to pick up that microphone and become an artist, you got to pick a side. You're on the artist
tell your
side.
Story and you don't actually go out and like just do it.
So I always knew that I was on the artist side. Young, this is what I thrive. So that was more important to me than some street cred.
You ever had street beef while you was like rapping and shit?
No, like that's why I said it's crazy. Some rap beefs, and I think the dude Skinny Suge did, but that shit got checked real early for some street people. What he did, just to put out, so this was funny. We was doing a show. He grabbed the mic before I came on. I think if you don't know who he is, the Stop Stitching DVD.
Okay.
So that was big in Baltimore. He was doing a thing like joking people, shitting on people. Melo got caught up in that shit. That's why, to me, I don't think Melo won over LeBron because he took him to the playoffs, but he got on ESPN for being in that Stop Stitching DVD. You can go. So the NBA probably was like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with that." If you're doing it, because he had better stats than LeBron that year, and took his team to the playoffs, and the Cavs ain't make the playoffs.
All right.
So I say that with being said, he thought that was the shit to do, to hate on niggas from the city, grab the microphone, fuck Bossman, and do all this shit. So my manager at the time, like, you gonna let a nigga go do that and go do that? My father just tapped me, was like, no, we gonna handle that between performing. We getting out of here. So some niggas was like, that was like a bitch move. Without me going into detail, that shit got checked outside of music. Next thing I know, I'm shooting a commercial for DTLR down Chapel Hill in the hood. Somebody tapped me, was like, dude, Skinny Suge want to come up to your bus. He come up and apologize to me and want to shake my hand.
A word?
Yeah. And see, that's why I said I could have went on stage, reacted, said, fuck him too, we ride, I'm fucking my career up.
Right.
I'm fucking my showmanship. I might can't come back to that club to perform now.
Right.
So we had to handle it. It was like I'm a bitch tonight. He bitched me. He said all this shit. Fuck me. I'm a whore. I can't come perform. The average person that Bossman, whore, he ain't even perform. Off the record, it got fixed, and then when he came home from jail, wanted to book me for a show after that.
You didn't go for it?
Yeah, I did it for the city because I told him, but I said, yo, don't do none of that funny shit because you be doing funny shit. This is real talk. Like, I ain't having that because I don't know if it was a setup.
Right, that's why I asked.
Like so much little fuck shit.
That's what I asked. Yeah, the backdoor shit.
Yeah, so I did it because it was a bunch of us. He was trying to bring the city together. And,
okay, I got that.
I'm always with the art first.
That's love. That's love. You just mentioned DTLR. You mentioned Unruly earlier. What's your affiliation with them? Like, even recently, I see you've been doing y'all been posting and collabing a lot of stuff. Well, y'all got something going on right now?
Yeah, we do a lot of shout outs on Caesar. Like, he always been a supporter of Baltimore City, and as me, he pioneered like one of the most successful guys in the business of Baltimore. Like, this is before he was behind. I'm speaking this for Baltimore people know. Tim Trees, Bankrolls doing it. A lot of birth for club music. K Swift, rest in peace. He had a lot to do with our culture, so he always keep it a buck and try to give people opportunities. We partnered up and put that 2-step record out, featuring Bunky Jr.
Shout out to Bunky.
Yeah, shout out to Bunky. He created the 2-step wave. So we collaborated on that just to try to push the culture forward. I hit Rod Lee when I seen it going forward with the 5 in the morning and it just got leaked. And I was like, yo, what we gonna do about it and owning our sound? Like, why is this money not coming back to us?
You took that shit personal.
Yeah, I do. I take it personally on the hustle shit because I'm just like, yo, why the money not coming back to us? What are we doing? And that's what I'm saying, the business structure and partner up. Like, we have to, I keep running into you and we doing the same thing. Let's figure out a way to make some money. All the other fucking races do it. All the other cities do it.
Nah, facts.
Let's figure out a way to make, it's how I'm over here doing something, you over here doing something, and we keep crossing paths. And technically, I know ain't nobody millionaires yet. And ain't no such thing as too much money. So why we ain't figure out a way to get some fucking money?
Nah, facts.
That's all I try to just bring to the city and then rocking with them. Like, I love the dance culture and the club music taking over. I'm a big fan for that. Like, it has to be our sound that pop us through the industry. So anything I can play a part in doing that, I'm heavy on it. I do take it personally.
So with you being like a sacrifice to the city, why haven't you started a label? I'm just gonna keep it chill with you, bro.
No, it's love though.
It's facts though. You know,
that's love because
you're a pioneer, bro. Like, ain't no way. And when this shit go down the smoke clear and your name get mentioned, it's going to be, your name going to be up there. Even Comp, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Comp. He always support me.
It's facts. It's facts. That don't mean that in a negative light, but it's true. Like,
I'm fucking with you. No,
it's true. So why Bossman haven't started a label and started signing artists?
So for people that's been following Bossman, when I went to the transition and used my government name, Travis Devon, a lot of fans was like confused. I took that step and was trying to brand myself as more of a CEO of a company and step into that stage. I had an artist, A1. We did a record with Lil Durk when he was on the come up. You can Google it. It's called Yeah. Mm-hmm. We went down to Chirac, Papa Durk Show Love. That's just the craziest shit I seen. The shit was like going in, this is like no exaggeration, going into the Carter. Came down to warehouses, motherfuckers, when you knock on the door to go to the studio, big ass guns, AKs, and which colors. It was like, no, chill, y'all safe. This is how we gotta move. Warehouse, it's about 40 other motherfuckers in there. Everybody got pistols, but it was comfortable. They took us to the club with them after we did the record, shot the video. I guess that's how it is, just in Chirac. But they wasn't doing it like on some.
You said it been Chirac, not Chicago. You said Chirac.
That shit, I ain't seen no shit like that, nigga. That shit was real. So I took that step. So that I say that to say, once I started dealing with that, I saw myself getting into situations with some of these young artists. They're a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? But their lifestyles, what they living. And I realized I wasn't ready to put down a microphone and care about my art. So I was like, I can't put nobody's career in my hands. What I want to do is be a liaison. I could be like broker and hustle and put you in good situations. I want like a cult. Like the Get Money thing, what I do with Get Money Music Group, I got every access to show you how to build your business credit. I know studios you should go to. I know writers. I know producers. Like, I would rather be like the person that's putting the play together. Give me my percentage if we getting some money. And I start like a union for Baltimore so we can not run out shit. Like, me signing an artist, having to sit with them, development. Like, I don't think I got the patience for that. just to be real.
Nah.
I'm too much of an artist myself. I'm gonna still be wanting to go to the studio at the same time. And it wouldn't be that I'm hating on your shit.
Right. But
I want to move.
Yeah. Right.
So I can't really sit and change your life and go do that. But what I definitely did, I do got my own movement, Get Money Music Group. That's what we doing. Like the young talent, you can hit me up on the website. I could show you that's how I moved to LA off business credit. Like I said, I'm just be real with you. I was hustling and done stuff, but I got into a jam and that shit fall in, got locked up. The case is straight. But then I started to like hustle myself. And I think if we could teach them that and because nobody taught me nothing, bro, with this shit. I was doing that shit off pure passion and trial and error. So I was like, that's the person, but you can count on Bossman. You come to Get Money. We ain't going to sign you and own you, but I can mentor you. I can put you in the right position, put you in the right rooms. We could build some partnership together. Of course, if things pop, it's business. I want my piece, but I ain't signing nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We could just do good business over here and get money. And let's get money.
Get money, baby. Right. Yo, so and I see you was doing a lot of vlogs in LA, like moving around. Like, whose idea was that, bro?
What, to leave or to do the blogs?
When you move out LA, you be vlogging every single day.
Shout out to legacy artist Joy. So Joy, it's just like my shooter in the background. She's like super passionate about hip hop and doing it. So she was one because like I'm an old school artist. I'm like I grew up like I'm a fan of like Nas. You know how we don't want to give you too much until like the album come out and show you and all this stuff. And she was just talking about like open up more. Show people your lifestyle, take them on your journey. The same way I would put words into a song and take you on my journey. Now we in the age where you got to show people.
That's where we at.
Yeah, we got to show people that you don't have to be on the microphone. You
that's
actually
where we at.
Just show them. So I felt more comfortable moving to another state doing that. And that's just to be real, as a human, is so much poverty and negativity in Baltimore. And I am Bossman. So when I go outside, I had one foot in the streets and then one shit doing my music. So I ain't want to post nothing I was doing.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers would think I was a ghost because fans was getting mad. It's like, he don't post it. And I was like, if what I'm doing, I don't think I really want to post it. It was hard for me to, because I grew up from the old school shit. Like, no, not knocking this new generation, but you know what I mean? Cases is getting easy to solve.
Right.
Motherfuckers just telling on themselves.
Facts. No, it's facts. It's facts.
So I ain't want to be part of them.
It's facts.
So but now I moved to LA. I changed my life. I'm not in that world no more. I'm comfortable out there to just give the fans more of who I am and where I'm living right now.
And I see you, I see you did a couple collab. I see I see the bad guy joining. I see you, Young Moose.
I see the Don.
Yeah. How did that shit happen though with him? Because he's a youngin' too. Like,
so he's from Northeast Baltimore. Shout out to the young king, Northeast. He carried on the legacy of Northeast. This is weird. This is a true story. Like talking about premonition. My ex-fiance goddaughter is his I think they together, baby. That's somebody's personal information connected. They have a child together. So weirdly, I'm at the gas station coming from the gym. His father said, yo, I got my son that do raps and does this shit. The whole time I don't know is, right? This is a true story. Coming from the gym, and I said, all right, give me your number. He was like, no, I'll make sure you hear that because he's from around the way from Northfield. I was like, all right, I got you. Send it to me right now. I just left the job. I swear I'm going to listen to it. So I sent it to my daughter, Layla, to check on it because she's like into music. You know, you got to get the youngers with the young generation. Right. It's dope. She was like, yeah, that's such and such baby father. Because that's basically their family. Right. I was like, I didn't even know that. So I just seen his father, to check it out. And then my ex-fiance was like, I've been trying to put you on with his music and doing. So when I listened to it, he just had the Hellcat record popping, coming up. So when I found out it was him, I was like, damn, this must kind of be meant to be. So we linked up, booked a session, and we did the record. It took me a while to put it out because...
Yeah, nigga. If y'all want Bossman records, just DM me, bro. I will leak this shit. I got like 100.
It's gonna be on the app. It took me a while to put it out because this is real. We could just talk. It's just like I say, Bossman record. I got so many fans in my ear that just want me just to spit and be this hard rapper and be creative. So the record was kind of more melodic and singing, so I got people in my ear, but it's like, that's not your style, not to do it. But as an artist, I felt that was my guy. I felt some dope energy and should have put the record out. We put it out and it's banging. It's one to give to. You can check it out.
Yeah.
That's no.
And yeah, I'm gonna cut him. When y'all see him, just say "Ezagger" as we got it.
Oh no, we're gonna bring that out. I'm bringing that out. That's on the cover. I got a club rap project coming out. I would like to call it Baltimore. It's called Charm City Lights. It's influenced by that because to me that just sounds like some dope shit. Right?
That shit is hard, bro.
About 5 years old, right?
What? Yo, the whole studio was shaking, bro.
No, we're gonna drop that.
I see, G.
And the Moose shit came along. Me and Moose and Tech did a record called You Dummy first. That's how I hooked up with Moose. And then we was in Atlanta and ran into him. It's funny because that night when I left the studio, everybody was mad because all the studios booked, so we had to go out, fly them like an hour outside Atlanta, and Moose still pulled up. But I had to rush to the airport. But I'm glad I did that because I run into DMX that night and met him. Like, I was so struck. I had to just pull up on him in my shit. I was like, yo, what's up? I just pulled him. You can look at it on my page. It was just natural. And then shout out my homegirl, Sheree. Chinky, she used to sing, like she was on a couple of DMX records. So I was working with him. And he called her on the phone just so I could make sure. Coop was like, yeah, I know we're supposed to do it, but this the crazy shit, the universe, bro. I literally, before I flew out there that day, had just remade Slippin'. I did a freestyle to Slippin'. Falling, I can't get up. And I was just listening to it tomorrow while I was in Atlanta. I was like, I should do a video for this and then run into DMX late on that night.
That's the 23 shit you was talking about.
Yeah, it's that shit that I'm talking about. It really be happening. Like, this is some shit, this to say, because it's going to be in my documentary, but I swear, I ain't even capping. When I was in my first group, Hash and Cash, so when my mother got locked up, I was in the 5th grade. I won my first talent show performing Crisscross. I used to write, going to visit her in jail, the Crisscross lyrics. I wasn't even rapping my own shit yet.
And then
I just know I wanted to get it right. So check this out though. After she come home and all that doing it, Eddie was JD uncle. He was the A&R when they signed Bow Wow. We get the meeting with him. My uncle was management at that time to get out there. And before we fly out, my mother said, do not get discouraged because you're not about to go get signed because you are the only person that's supposed to sign with Jermaine Dupri. This is when I was 14, nigga, no cap. My mother's dead, I swear to God. Go down there, he say, y'all like in this middle age and we just signed Bow Wow. They show me the which call, we can't do nothing with y'all, but y'all dope, keep pushing. I go solo, who I sign with?
That's crazy. Oh, now I see why you really believe in that shit. Like, this is not
totally. Hey, yo, this shit
this is not
music.
And this is not on camera. Off camera, this is this nigga on this in the studio. This is how this nigga talk. Real shit.
Yeah, like I believe. That's why I knew this year was gonna be special for me. And it's coincidentally, I'm throwing out the first pitch. You know when it happened? August 23rd. That's the date they allowed me to do it.
That's crazy.
How would they know that?
It didn't sync.
How did they pick that?
So how did that happen? No, you're right. That shit's all singing all the way down. So the whole.
Did I get a street name named after me this year?
Let's talk about the street name and the pitch. How you know me? No, I'm just pressed. I see the 50 Cent. I see the Dirk. I see blah throw the first pitch. What does that shit mean? And why do they pick people like yourself to throw the first? How they select you to throw the first? How does that process work?
Well, what's happening in the universe is that hip hop is 50. So hip hop is one of the biggest things. How you sell anything, liquor, clothes. I mean, they using our art to influence things.
Right.
It happened to be the 20-year anniversary after my song. Adam Jones used to come out to it. A lot of people know that she was in the stadium. I had a special version for him back then when the record was really going crazy. So the Oreos supported the anthem. Now, shout out to legacy artists again, the Joy. She had affiliation with the Oreos, used to work for them back in the day. So she always was on point, was like, they'll look at hip hop, like how you saying the Dirk. She was like, hey, but I was doing it. I'm going to pitch it to them that Baltimore should do it. So I'm not going to take credit. They didn't reach out to me first. She submitted the idea to them. They realized it was like, oh, that's the Land of the Old song, the dude that had that. So they remembered that Adam Jones had it. So it was like, hell yeah.
Oh.
So they were just like, let's just do it. So shout out to the Oreos to want to even do that.
Full circle.
And I was thinking, that's dope. Like, I'm going to give myself my own flowers, yes. So when it happens again for the next rapper, I'm the first rapper to throw out the first pitch. And then Baltimore City. And then it's not been done.
That's congrats, hats off to you, bro. Like, bro, that's crazy. And dude, the work you put in back in the days come full circle.
Full circle now.
So don't feel bad about being sacrificed. All right?
No, I get it. Now I'm laughing. No, I told you, I'm gonna just be honest for artists out there. He's right. Don't do that because sometimes you get what you ask, and my mentor, my producer told me that when we was going through the transition of the Jermaine Dupri thing, because he was around and knew that my mother said that. And he was like, yo, I mean, on the surface, are you out to deal? That's where that failure shit get to fuck with your mind. But maybe this was just part of the path and the system that happened.
Yeah.
Like, look past it. It did happen.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You did get a deal. It got to change your family life. Like, you was in a situation, leveled up from that.
Right.
Like, we just be wanting shit the way that we want it.
Right.
And when it don't happen, that ain't all. Like, you got to level up from that. So I was fucking with my own brain. And it's good to know that because I would tell artists, it was like, well, shit. It might be the third deal. It might not be the deal. Like, I might be able to. That's why I want my own app because I may never be Bossman, the rapper that's worldwide, but I may be like how we was talking about off camera, getting to film, doing things, doing the art. As long as I can wake up in rap, because that's what I like doing. That's my therapy. That's what I like speaking. Make some money off of that. Then you just create something else. You're a creator. Right. Create another side of you. Like, I'm Travis. Right. Bossman was something that I created.
Character, right.
So I can create more things.
Right. No, facts.
We can't get caught up and just be like, just keep doing it as humans.
And on top of that, you got a street.
Named after you, so it ain't going nowhere.
How many rappers in Baltimore got a street name? I know Quick got his own. He's DJ.
Yeah, DJ. Yeah, shout out Quicksilver, Northeast. It's all in Northeast.
Yeah, so
Northeast is.
But there's no other rapper.
Right now. I shot that because we be having little wars right now. Because West Side Baltimore, salute y'all fucking it up right now on the music shit. I ain't gonna front.
Girl, I still gotta understand the whole West Side, East Side, North shit. But you the only rapper in Baltimore that got a street name after you.
Yeah, facts. Bossman way. 21239.
How that shit explain to me, give me the detail how that shit work with all just like you explained about the O's, bringing you to do the first pitch. How you got a street name? How can Prezi get a street name of the Prezi, bro? Like, what I gotta do, man?
Well, you just expect you gotta put in some work in your city. You just can't just do it. It ain't like you can just go fill like a job application and be like, I want a street named after me. That's not gonna happen. You gotta put up your stats. You gotta do things legendary, and then you can go through the right matrix. Like, so say, shout out my team, Legacy Artists. They was able to see these things, put it in perspective. Like, we got Baltimore Club Day this year. Mm-hmm. So they started, Sean Caesar did that. They gave him his flowers, but giving him that. Mm-hmm. That was his thing. I performed it. That was a part of that. So if you look at like other cities, K-Slay got his RP. That was my guy. He always held it down. Baltimore's just trying to do their own version, and shout out to the mayor, because he was a DJ, so he understand the culture. Yeah, the leader. Yeah. So now that we got somebody that really understand the culture,
push those buttons.
They can press buttons and understand. Oh, we should have a rapper do that, because so many kids learn from art and learn from music and follow it, even if it's a negative way or a positive way. So that shine some light on what hip hop really could do for your life to be more positive. You know what I'm saying? We opening up more foundations. Shout out to MRI programs. They was part of the Land of the O thing. For the youth, it's for the next generation. Hopefully somebody come off that street before they think about hustling can look up the Bossman way and just be like, maybe I could do something different. That actually happened while we were shooting the last scene for the Land of the O video, and I shot it under there today. A dude came by. He was like, "Are y'all shooting the video? You want to hear He wanted to hear something, so I told him, yo, go look up Bossman Land of the O. So he looked up, she said, oh, that's you? I said, yeah, you live on this block. He was like, I was wondering why they just named this street up, just like who it was. I was like, yeah, I grew up on the street. That was like some dope
history,
a dope feeling.
History.
To be part of the history thing. So it's like you said, the sacrifice, and then I'm getting my flowers. I'm still alive.
Bro, you made it, bro.
While I'm doing it.
You made it. Money don't define that. Not real. Money, no, money don't define that. You made it for real. Yeah. Again, how many rappers in Baltimore got a street named after them?
Not none, but I hope there's more to come, though.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not a hater. Like, that's John.
There you go. You made it. You made it, bro. You made it. Regardless, I hope money don't, go in your mind and say, yo, that define, just like awareness across the globe. But as far as Baltimore, you are Baltimore. That's why, me. Again, when I first met you, I don't know, maybe about 7 years, whatever years ago, I approached you as a fan, like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's how I approached you, remember?
Yeah. A lot of love.
Yeah. So now I salute you, man. I'm gonna speak for us. We appreciate you. We appreciate your work. You know what I'm saying? You crawl so we can walk. Your sacrifice the reason why I got this podcast studio. How about that?
That's love. I love that. I love that energy. And I think getting, and it's not nothing I'm looking for. I want to just hit this clear. but I be seeing it happen so much with the young generation versus the old, even like in big industry. You know how this was. I'm so glad that J. Cole was rubbing shoulders with the other kind of rappers.
Okay.
Like I seen him do the Lil Pump interview, and the first thing I said on the record, I was like, why J. Cole do an interview or set a song with Lil Pump? And now I'm seeing him doing the shit with the Lil Durks and uplifting them. It's like, it's so important.
Right.
For the younger generation, though, y'all really can learn for us in this open window. As OGs, we got to be cool to open that window too, bro.
That's the only way they're going to hear you.
Because we need them just as much as they need us.
But that's the only way they're going to listen to you.
Yeah, so the legacy can go on. I hate that shit that be going on, even in the streets. It's just like it's no more OGs.
Nah,
so look at you, like you leaving a young person to just be wandering. They need something to look up. They can't look up to their peers.
Right. Because they don't know that they're ignorant.
I obviously got to know something that you don't know.
Facts.
It's just like it's a real fact.
Right. It's fact. That's facts.
So at least to be able to pick my brain and have a conversation, we got to do more than that.
Right. And we can learn that from you. You know, we even this interview where I hope they watch this shit, you know what I'm saying, and pick out, you know, the fine details and say, yo, Bossman did this, so, you know, we're going to do this and do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you see a lot, you say a lot of shit, bro.
I appreciate it.
I know a lot of shit. A lot of jewels.
I know a lot of jewels.
So, yo, whenever you get back on this side of town, you come back through.
11/23, lock that in. Follow the God app will be live.
That's the main thing right now. Get the app, follow the God, you know what I'm saying? Bossman the God. Tell them how they can find you on social media, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just shout out I don't know, you probably got a long ass fucking list who you want to shout out. Don't say shout out everybody, but don't say it for 5 minutes.
I ain't even gonna do that because
you speak on Star. Like, I see you on IG with Star a lot.
Oh yeah, he out LA doing this thing. That's my bro. That's musical family. We grew up bonded to be like real family. That's like a good brother of mine. Like, always supportive. So anything, we just be trying to work together, put on things in the city. One thing we is gonna shout out. I'm gonna shout out the whole Baltimore city and leave it there, but we gonna say RIP to President Davo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In some way, some shape or form, let's sort of think about what we doing. Because just to be real, we shouldn't have to go to that extent to take another person's life, but we all do know it's his life. It could be kill or be killed, so I understand that. But if it ain't that, we got to figure out another way to do things, because you're taking away another leader, another voice. It ain't just like regular people. Like when we was coming up, like why somebody like Melo made it to the league, shout out to Bebe and all them, they would protect Melo because he can do something else that has a voice to bring other people in. A blessing. So I was like, we just got to try to learn that. Like, and shout out to the whole city. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore City. Shout out to my girl, Sky High Cleo. She'll be doing some big things. Y'all be on the lookout for her. She's repping the baddies, the Zeus Network. She rocking off right now. She about to be tied in the gang. We about to do some electricity. Yeah, shout out to you for having me.
No, shout out to you for coming out.
You can follow me on every platform, Bossman the God. That's BOSSMANTHEGOD. And yeah, it's the land of the old. We still need y'all to come through. I got some merch clocking on there. 11/23. The app will be out. And just follow the God. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to all y'all just keep trying to be pure.